We're back with part two. Um, as I was shuffling, I also had the Seven of Wands come out. And this is about standing your ground, standing up for your beliefs, protecting your peace, protecting your space. I feel like this collective has spiritually, emotionally, financially, physically evolved and elevated. And with the devil card here too, I'm almost hearing not today, Satan. Like, this is you protecting your peace, protecting your boundaries. Like, you are no longer settling for breadcrumbs or settling for anything less than what you deserve. And with this card, I think it's also important to recognize that if this was to come out in the reverse, like, with it even being upright, I feel like, you know, you're standing your ground. You have like one last fight left in you, but you're tired, right? Like, you're tired. Like, you feel like you've been waiting forever. You've been holding out. You've been hoping, praying, having faith, but you are exhausted from doing this. But I think Spirit wants you to know and wants you to say, not today, Satan. Do not give in to these temptations. I also channeled Twilight. And with that being said, again, I channeled air energy before too. There could be someone from your past that wants to come back in or around or prior to this person that's your person, your future person, your spouse, or what have you, the person, your life partner. Right before they come in, I feel like this person from your past is going to try to come back. And Spirit is saying, stand your ground, protect your peace. You have elevated, you have evolved, you have grown past what this person can offer you. And I channel Twilight, and while I love, both Edward and Jacob, I always been Team Jacob. Something about him is so warm and protective. They're both protective, but one of them leaves her and puts her in this state of like mental confusion and heartbreak and whatever, and they go through this period of separation, right? And I think it's really interesting too, because we see, like, in the movie and in the book, those fall months are relevant. October, November, December, around that time, that period of loneliness, that period of separation, that period of sadness and anxiety. I think with me saying earlier that this person's coming in around the fall time, or fall time could be significant, or you may meet this person right before fall and you get to know them, whatever, what have you. This person from your past could try to come in. It doesn't necessarily have to be a person. It could be like old patterns, old wounds, old habits within yourself that you have overcome, and you have outgrown these things, and Spirit wants you to stand firm on them. Like, when this person comes in, you maybe, your old wounds and your old patterns may be triggered because you have never had a safe love, a stable love, a healing love. And for someone who's never really experienced that, that can be very triggering, right? Hi, hello, speaking from experience. Especially if you have like an anxious attachment style, so Spirit is saying, don't self-sabotage, right? Like, really, they want you to ground yourself within nature. They want you to enjoy this person when they come in, and be open to them, but also don't make them the epicenter of your universe, right? That's also, my mom always says, too much of anything is not a good thing. Even if it's a good thing, if you have too much of it, it can eventually become toxic. And I think that's something to keep in mind. um but with the whole Twilight thing, there's a scene in that movie that, she had just jumped off a cliff, and um Jacob's kind of like, she's shivering, she's cold, it's a representation of how you feel. You feel left out, you feel stagnant, you feel like in love, you've been left feeling cold, and like people just left you out in the cold to be by yourself. And he's like, hey, I'm 108 degrees over here, saying he's warm, come over here, come to me. And with all the sun energy and the sunflower energy and the Leo and the fire energy, I think it's really relevant, because she leans over to him and she's like, oh my God, you're so warm. And he's like, it's a wolf thing. And she says, I think it's a Jacob thing. And what's really significant is the next line she says, where she says, what does she say? She says, actually, I think it's a Jacob thing. You're like your own son. And I think it's really relevant, with the channeling of the song, The Sun to Me by Zach Bryan, and all of that. Like, your person, you're going to look at them like they're the sun, but they're going to look at you the exact same way. And when, with the sunflowers, I think it's really significant, because when the sun is not around and we're in the season of sunflowers, if the sun is not out, it's a cloudy day, they end up facing each other, right? So during dark times within your relationship, you will lean on each other. You won't run away from problems. You won't turn your back on each other. You will look towards each other and pour into each other during difficulties. And I think that's a beautiful thing. And I literally just channeled that for you. I don't watch Twilight very often either. I recently watched it, so that's probably why it came through as well. And that whole coldness from your past, Spirit wants you to just leave it alone, because I see that person or those situations or those triggers coming back, and Spirit is saying, as tempting as it may be, to hold your ground, to protect your peace, to protect your energy. Just because you can doesn't mean you should. Just because you can doesn't mean you should. So let's see if there's any final messages, because that took up like 8 minutes, because I was straight just like channeling there. Queen of Cups. This person, you and this person are going to be mirrors to each other. You're going to help each other grow even more and evolve with each other. You're going to heal past wounds within each other. The sexual energy is going to be very healing for both of you, actually, is what I heard, which is amazing. Collaborative energy, 3 of Pentacles. Okay, so again, like, threes coming out here. Oh, as I talk about spiritual energy, we have the Ace of Wands. And did I not just say, like, you guys can light a house on fire? That's how intense your connection is. And with this spark, this reminds me of star energy, or like the star card, which is healing, which is hope, which is faith. And I literally just said, as I like literally flew out the deck, your sexual energy, like, that part of your connection is going to be very healing for you in some aspect for both of you. So, and with the 3 coming out here, and with me seeing the 3 of Cups earlier, even though it didn't come out, this is representation of the last 3 months of the year. So that's really significant. So we're talking October, November, December, fall energy going into winter, right? I channeled Harvest Moon. So again, October, November, December, fall energy, Scorpio season, Virgo Scorpio season is significant. Go to part 3.